Hello, hello, hello. Let me make sure my volume up. It's your girl, Miss D. I'm back again this week. Don't know how long this video gonna be, but just was on my spirit and my heart to talk. Definitely took a major loss in my family in the last week, and head been all over the place. Still dealing with that. It's just touching my heart in a different way. It's something different. It's just different, and um, you know I kind of want to talk about love and life. Really, just kind of a little bit of freestyle, but kind of not freestyle. But I don't know, it's just on my spirit. But impact, impact. When you love people, they have different impacts on your life. They give you different things, especially when they leave the physical. And for me, it's almost like in sorrow, you know, you wish, you kind of wish you didn't love people, really, in a sense, not in the literal sense, but, just the feeling because of the pain that's associated with it. Um, but God spoke to me, and, you know, He told me to just live. And with that, I mean, not to be alive, but to live. Um, Grief has so many different layers to it, and it's so hard to process things, and really, you truly, really not in your regular state of mind. Even if you have your good days. um, I actually wanted to post sooner, but it was no way possible that I could have. And thank you to everybody that, showed love and reached out or came by or whatever. I want to thank y'all for that. Um, but the life that was lived with this person, I'm putting my window down. I feel like somebody looking at me. It was so impactful. Um, it was so pure, raw, and genuine. And, to be so young and have such a huge impact on people and be a leader and give people, advice, direction, and guidance. Um, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. You know, I I've been back and forth with some things, but I will say this. Just speaking for my own family, I'm not going to really, speak on everybody as a whole because I don't know everybody's life, but me and my family has been taking major losses. I mean, consistently for like the last 7 years, and sometimes you feel like you're being picked on in death and you just don't understand. But, you know, I want to grow from this. I want to learn from it. I want to heal other areas of my life in it. And I know it's not going to be easy. And I know it's going to be a roller coaster. If I had posted this video, on some of the days that ain't been so good, it would have been very negative. It would have been extremely negative. I probably would have given horrible advice. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I I'm not going to let him go in vain. I'm not, because of the love that was given and the love that was received. And it's hard to process things when you are grieving. It's understanding everything becomes distorted, but I want to be better. I want to be better for my nephew. I want to be a better person. I want to grow in my walk. I don't know. I just want to live, because to be alive is to be walking around, but to live is fulfilling. And every piece of joy that I can get in the midst of my storm, I'm gonna accept it. I'm not gonna push joy away. Um, I mean, this has changed my perspective on really, I've been doing a lot of studying and just thought process and just soaking in and just taking it all in. It's rough and it's hard, and but the beautiful life. I mean, his life was so beautiful because his soul was beautiful. And, you know, my mom, she used to say things when people would pass on, and I didn't understand. I couldn't even comprehend, what she meant. She would say things like, let the dead bury the dead. And it's like, dang, why would you say that? But I understand now. I understand now. Um, I don't want my nephew to go in vain. I don't want any of my ancestors that have gone on to go in vain. You know, life, you don't know when it's going to end. You don't know what's going to happen. I know for a fact, like the things that me and my family have been through, none of us saw this coming. You couldn't have paid me. You couldn't have paid me 15, 20 years ago, to see that this stuff was coming, because we can't, man. And that's what it just is. Genuine love, going where the love goes. And I last week I talk about boundaries, and I still stand firm on what I said. Just learn to go where the love is at. A lot of times we feel alone out here. A lot of times we feel afraid. A lot of times we feel ashamed to share things with people, but don't push people away. I have done that for so long in my life, looking for the love from where I expected the love to come from, you know, and missing out on so many wonderful, amazing people from resentment, from just resentment, um, feelings of despair, just everything. And what I'm saying might not even make sense. I'm not even sure. But I know what I feel in my heart right now. Um, there's a peace over me. There's a peace over my life right now. And I'm striving to just be and continue to be a light, you know. My mom would always tell me, "You're a light bearer. You're a light bearer." And for a long time, I really didn't understand. I mean, I knew what she was saying, but I didn't get it. But I get it now. You know, in loss, you see the impact that people have, and you may not feel like you have that impact on people. And you could truly be sleeping on yourself. You could be truly sleeping on your gift. You could be truly sleeping on your light. But just walk in love. You know, everybody's not going to treat you right. And that's okay. You know, for so many years, I was angry. I mean, I'm talking about pretty much up to about last year. And don't get me wrong, I still get angry, you know? But I mean, literally, I was walking every day in my life for about 10 plus years, just angry, not appreciating just the basic necessity of being alive. You know, on your rough days, you gotta find that silver lining. And sometimes it's extremely hard. And again, like I said, I could wake up tomorrow and not feel this, and that's why I have to say it right now. We human. We have the right to change our moods, or we can't really, well, we don't really change our mood. Life can change our mood, situations can change our mood, but just live, you guys, and go where you are celebrated. Don't go where you are tolerated. um I've been making myself get up and do things, and the reason being is my two kids. you know um I deal with depression very heavily, and have all my life. Even when I was a kid, I remember being 5 or 6 and just being sad, and I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why I was sad because I don't know. And but I remember I was going through a situation a few months ago, and I didn't want to get out of bed. I don't think I got out of bed all week, and I was taking my daughter to work, and she just started crying. She was like, "Mommy, I'm so tired of seeing you like this. Like, it just make me angry because when people do stuff to you, you just shut down. It like your heart be so broken, and I'm tired of that. Like, they not worried about you. They ain't think about you." And ever since she said that, I've really been trying to keep that in the back of my mind, because that's why I said to live. Because here I am soaking in my pity, and even if it's justifiable, I got two little kids looking at me. Well, they not little kids now. They 13 and 16, but they little kids. And I'm going to live for them. They deserve the best version of me. I deserve the best version of me. And you have to know that you mean something. My cousin posted a video yesterday, and she was just talking about narcissism, but one thing that she said that stuck out to me was that she was like, people allow people to do things to them because they don't know their value. People don't know their value. And that's so true. It just goes back to that self-love and that self-care, but live, you know, wake up. I've been a person, I don't like the cold. I was born the coldest month, February. I can't stand the cold. But you know what? I choose to look at it differently. And a friend of mine came over the other day, and they was like, "I love when it looks gloomy outside like this." And I paused for a minute, but I was like, "You know what? You're right. It's like a calm over the earth." And I remember when I was little, I used to hate when it rained. I used to hate when it was gloomy. And getting older and realizing the things that was going on with myself, I do know that it equates to the depression. If you're depressed, who wants it gloomy? Who wants it raining? But when you sit back and really think, like, no, because depression is a sickness. You know, people don't like discussing their mental health because people always, bash people or down people for feeling the way they feel. They don't have understanding. And even if it's a person you may feel like, are making excuses, you can't tell someone how they feel. You know, I just choose to be a person that deals with these type of things. and not take it out on other people. Um, but that's just the message today. I'm just gonna keep it quick, but I just wanted to tell everybody, live for yourself, live for the ones around you. Just soak in the sun, soak in the rain. When you feel like you need something off your chest and you may not have nobody to talk to, write it down. Meditate, prayer, but try to fight every day. And if it gets too hard, reach out. Reach out. And us as people, we need to also, just look out for our people as well. But just keep loving y'all. Um, just live. Just live and go after whatever it is in your heart and your soul that you desire. If every day you wake up, you keep thinking about something, go for it. Fear is worse than failure. Fear is worse than failure. I have failed a lot of times in my life. I have failed so many times in my life. And I'm sure there'll be other failures, but I try. I try. But just open your hearts and be receptive. You know, Communication. Just love, man, because life is very short. No, even if you live to 100, life is short. We only here temporary, but I'm just gonna close this out. That kind of what was just on my heart to just love. I'm out, Miss D.